Hey everyone, this is Greg, the TV genius, and I am a TV genius. Today we're going to be talking about Teen Wolf. Yes, I'm excited. It comes this summer. It is set to air in June, season 5. It's going to be such a cool season, so action packed as always. Some new fan made supernatural creatures are set to appear, so it's going to be really cool to see what Jeff Davis does with that. Let's talk a little bit about season 4 and what happened this season and where the characters are this season. Let's start off talking about Scott. Scott's a true alpha now. He's coming into his alphahood. He's really doing a good job with his alpha status this season. I think he's bitten in somebody. He's changing a lot too. He's grown new teeth. He's afraid he's going to become a monster like Peter was in season 1. And I think Tyler Posey is just doing a great job at portraying Scott this season and doing a great job at showing him being worried and showing his fear of becoming this monster. And it's just so cool to see. He's bitten someone in, as I said, and I can't wait to see how he handles that. He's already handled it so well, taking this kid under his wing, and it's been such a good thing for him to have this boy. I mean, they've been so good together. The dynamics between Maker and this new werewolf is just incredible, and I love it. Let's move on. Let's talk about Styles a little bit and where he is. He just got over being possessed by Nogitsune in season 3, part 2, which really let me know what a great actor Dylan O'Brien is, who plays Styles. I mean, Dylan O'Brien is just so incredible. He surprises me everything he does. He just surprises me, and I love him so much. I just can't wait to see where Styles' character goes next season. This season, he's kind of been in the background, but he's still been there. He's still been Styles. He's hilarious. He's my favorite character, and I can't wait to see what happens next season with him. Let's move on. Let's talk about Lydia. Lydia is a banshee. We know that from since season 2 now. She's a banshee. She's got these powers. It's really cool to see what she can do. And her story arc is probably the most interesting and complex of any of the characters on the show. She's played by Holland Roden, who does a tremendous job at portraying Lydia, I think. And it's just such a good character, a great character in the show. And Jeff Davis says he has so much more in store for us when it comes to that character, even though they've had so many things happen with her so far and just giving us so much information about her. He says there's so much more to learn, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Let's talk about Derek this season. Derek in season 4, he was changed into a boy, which kind of gave him a feeling of being reborn, kind of a sense of being reborn. His eyes turned back to gold, and also he died and became a wolf. It was a full wolf he can transform into now. I mean, it is so cool. It's just like his mother, and his mother's Talia Hale, and I can't wait to see what happens with that. But I think we've reached the end of Derek's story. I think Jeff Davis is going to let him go and do his own thing, and he's not going to be a season regular anymore. I know it's sad to see Derek go. I love Derek too, but I think it's going to open up some new positions and some new spots for new characters to fill, and I can't wait to see how well these new characters do. Speaking of new characters, let's go ahead and jump right into that. Liam, he's the one who has been bitten in by Scott. Yes, he's been made by Scott into a werewolf, and he's doing a great job at handling it. He's a freshman. He's a lacrosse player. He's got a lot of talent when it comes to lacrosse, unlike Scott in the first season. But at the same time, he's kind of in the same spot as Scott was. He's got to be taken under his wing by this older werewolf character who's also a true alpha. But Scott didn't have a true alpha like himself to guide him. He had Derek, and Derek has killed people at his blue eyes, and Scott hasn't. And I think that's cool that Jeff Davis threw that in there. There's not a lot of good characters out there anymore. Not since Smallville and Tom Welling's portrayal of Clark Kent, which he didn't want to kill anyone either. Which is what I love about Scott. He just doesn't want to kill anybody, and his morality is amazing. I just love that about that character. That's why I love Scott so much. But anyway, let's go to the next new character, Malia. Malia is a were-coyote. She is Styles' love interest, and she is also Peter's long-lost daughter. Oh man, that's going to be so cool next season to see more about that. Jeff Davis has a lot of information for us next season about her past and about her mother, the Desert Wolf, which turns out to be an assassin because this season was about assassins assassinating the supernatural creatures in Beacon Hills, which did not work out very well, which turned out it was Peter doing it all. Well, not doing it all, who set it all up. Tyler Posey or Scott at the end, he gained these new abilities. He gained speed and strength and beat him in the end. So that's good for that. But yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more about Malia's history and her past, and we're going to see a little bit more about that this season. It's going to be really cool. Another new character is Kira. That's Scott's love interest. She is a kitsune, a thunder kitsune, not a no kitsune like Styles was possessed as in season 3, part 2. But she's a kitsune. She's a good fox spirit, and she's really powerful. She's got some cool abilities, and it's going to be really interesting to see what Jeff Davis does further with her character as well. I can't wait to see what happens with her. We've got Eichenhaus. Underneath Eichenhaus, where Peter is right now, is a supernatural prison. And I think that's where Jeff Davis's new creature, that is fan made, by the way, is going to come from. And just that supernatural prison really opens the door for all kinds of new creatures for Jeff Davis to work on. I mean, I just can't wait to see what happens. We've also got Parrish. We don't know what he is yet. He's a deputy in the sheriff's department. He works for Stilinski, and I just can't wait to see what they do with Parrish's character either. I'm speculating that he's a Phoenix, but I'm not sure yet. It's not in the bestiary, so we'll see soon. I'll start speculating more as season 5 draws closer, and you know it'll air in June, and we'll talk a lot about that this summer. I hope you guys join me.